In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a Docker image and deploy it on Azure Container instances. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is to create the folder. Now, search for any terminal you are using. I will go with git bash. Any terminal you are using is fine. Let me put it in download. Download is fine. Let's see it into download. Let me make this bigger. Now let's make a directory and name it go app. Right, now we have our go app. Let's seed into go app. Now we're in our go app directory. Then let's open VS Code. Now our VS Code is open with our go app. So the first thing we want to do, I've made a file for this. You can pause through and go around with it. So now the first thing we want to do is to create our Docker file. So is to create our Docker file. So Docker file. Now let's copy our Docker file. Let me make good. Then our Docker file. These are Docker file. Alright, so let's create another file and name it main.go. We say we are going to put our Golang app. So this is the app we are working with. This is the web app we are working with. A Golang web app. And this is the Docker file that we are going to use to create the image. Alright, since we are not using this anymore, let's close this. Close. Alright. Now come to these three dots. Let's open the terminal we'll be working with. Now, as we've done this, the next thing we want to do is to build our Docker image. So, like I said, I've compiled all the process here. You can pause. Now, let's copy this. Obviously, we are going to edit that. Now, let's give our image a name. Let's say go app. Go app is fine. Now the tag, let's say v1, that means version 1, and the full stop means you want it to be in the root directory. So this command basically is Docker should build the image, name it go app version 1, and it should be built in the root directory. So press enter. Yes, now if you get this error, the system cannot find the file specified. That means I want to assume that you already have your Docker desktop installed on your machine. So I'm going to pause this video, then I'm going to start my Docker desktop. on this machine. Then run the command again and you're going to see that it's going to work. Now this is Docker desktop. This is Docker desktop. It's running now. Let's go back to my terminal. Then let's run the same command again. As you can see, it's the same command. Enter and everything is going to go fine. Now it's building our image for us. It's building our image for us. As it's building our image, we can wait or we can go to Azure and first create our Azure Container Registry. Awesome. So it has built finish, no issues. Now let's go to our browser. Let's go to Azure portal.com portal.azure.com. So I want to assume that you have Azure accounts already. So now let's come to the search and let's search for container registries. Now let's create our container registry. Resource group, I would say go app RG go app RG means resource group. You can give it any name you want. Registry name, I would say go app. Then um, go app Azure Container Registry. Let's see. Okay, let's say King Azure Container Registry. All right, good. Now pricing plan, let's go with basic. Then next for networking, connectivity configuration, public access. Then from everything we are good to go. Just click on review plus create. It's running validation to be sure that every input we put has no issues. Then click on create. Now, as we are creating our container registry, now we've created container registry. Now we want to push the image to our container registry. Now let's be sure our container registry is still loading. Now this is the command. First thing first, you have to sign in into the container registry we created. Well, this is still loading, it's still creating, still creating. Alright, so click on go to resource. Now, take note of this login server, is very important. Now, the next thing you are going to do to avoid getting errors when we want to create our container instances is to come to access keys, then toggle this on. Awesome. Now let's go back to our VS Code. Let me clear this. Let me make this a little bigger. Alright. Now once you log into the container registries we just created, and the name is King ACR. As you can see here, King ACR. So want to log in to the container registry. Press enter. What you want to see is logged in or logged in success, something like that. Now let's go back to our file. After that, we are going to run this command to build it to where we want to push it. Then let's just take it one step at a time. Let me copy the new less line of our command. Come here. Now login succeeded. Now our next command. Now remember our image name is go app. Then our Azure Container instance with our Azure Container instance name is King Azure Container instance King ACI. Alright, so I'm going to go. Then let's build it. Awesome. Let me clear this. Now our next command is to push to the container registries. Now our tag, don't forget, is v1. Our image name is go app. Then our container registry name is King ACR. Then enter. Now we are pushing our image to container registry. All right, we got this error. You don't need to worry about it. It's my network. Let's just run it again and we should be good. You see, now we are very much good to go. The next thing we want to do is to, well, we need to first create Azure Container instances. Okay, now let's go to Azure. Then we search for container instances. Then let's create container instances. The same resource group, container name, let's give it go app. Azure Container Registry, it has picked it by default. As you can see, image tag, by default it has picked it. Next, from here, make sure it's port 80. Let's go to, let me bring this down. See, expose port 80. So our port 80 is opened. Make sure network type is in public. From here, we are not doing anything basically. just need to review and create. Let's click on create. This will take some time, so we wait for it. All right, our container instance is ready. Let's click on go to resource. Now let's copy this public IP. I personally like to use another browser for this. Let's use Firefox. Then paste the public IP. As you can see, our container is working. Welcome to Cloud DevOps in Action. Containers, blah blah blah, powered by container Kubernetes, GitHub Action, Azure, stay ahead in the cloud revolution. Everything is working perfectly. Now, let me continue. It's working. And welcome to Cloud DevOps in Action. That's what we actually deployed here. This is just to give it different colors. Can you see? Welcome to Cloud DevOps in Action. Continue to blah 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 blah. So this is what we actually deployed, which is written in Golang. And as you can see, it's working perfectly well. You're welcome. Now, another thing you can do is to check your logs, check your container. See, you can check your logs, see server running on port 80. If there's any issues you are going to see from this log part, you can check your properties to see how everything is going. All right, that will be all on this. You are welcome.